Hey besties, have you heard of the dark web? Now, let me gist you about it and why you should even care. So imagine the internet as a giant iceberg, right? You know the part where we hang out, where we see every day, the Google, the Instagram, YouTube and all, that's just the tip. But beneath the surface, where it's all dark and cold, there is way more going on there that you can't even imagine. Just like ice forms below water, there's a whole hidden world on the internet that we don't see every day or we don't even know about. And deep down there is where all form of internet sinister atrocities happen. That's creepy, right? By the way, besties, if you are interested in this gist and you want to stay current on all things internet safety, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss out on any of the tea that will be spilling right here on this page. So back to the story. So what exactly is the dark web? Picture this. The internet is like a massive iceberg. The part you use every day, the Facebook, YouTube, Google, is just the tippy top. But below that is the deep web, where there are private stuffs, databases, behind the scenes networks, and all that. And way further down is the darkest, like the most secretive corner where all evil things happen, but not just all. And the funny thing is that you can't just stumble upon the dark web with your Google or your browser. It uses its own special software to get in. Like it's like a secret VIP club, but it's not somewhere you definitely want to be a part of or know. And on this dark web, everything is anonymous, like super anonymous. And that makes it actually a hotspot for illegal activities. Some are illegal, some are legal, but the legal are just very few. Now, what actually happens down there? Let me tell you, besties, it's not a place you ever want to be or casually explore, right? The dark web is very notorious for illegal activities. Like we're talking about black market, where you can buy anything from stolen credit cards, information, fake passports, weapons, identities, kidnapping activities, human trafficking, all sorts of evil things go on. And like seriously, you wouldn't want to believe the stuff that you can find there. Like, but then it's not just all bad news. The dark web also has the legit uses, like the journalists, activists, the whistleblowers sometimes use it for anonymous stuff, and especially in countries where they have strict censorship. So it's not just for criminals, but just that the bad outweighs the good, definitely. So you're wondering, okay, what is my business with the dark web? Why should I care about the dark web? Okay, right now, even if you are never ever going near the dark web, but it can still impact you. And here is how. First off, your personal information could be up for grabs on the dark web. Yes, because right now, everywhere we hear of data breaches happening all the time. And guess where these hackers go to sell this information? Yes, on the dark web, like your credit card numbers, your email addresses. You know, once it gets out there, it's just like a feast for cyber criminals. Second is the dark web fuels a lot of cyber attacks we hear about every day. Have you ever heard of ransomware? That's when hackers lock up your files and then they kidnap your files and lock them and say, see, if you don't pay me, you are not getting any of these files. These tools they use for these attacks are often bought and sold on this same dark web. And speaking of ransomware, I've got a deep dive on this topic to what it is, how it works, and most importantly, how you can protect yourself out there. So you should definitely check it out. The link will be put below this video. All right, besties. So how do you protect yourself from the dark web danger? It's all about good cyber security practices. And here are some quick tips for you. 1. Use strong, unique passwords. Don't use the same password for everything. Seriously? Don't do it. If you have more than one account, because if one account gets hacked, the rest are just sitting ducks, right? So get yourself a password manager to keep track of all your strong passwords or your unique password. Don't use one password across everything. 2, you should always enable two-factor authenticator. This adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification where it's very difficult for anyone to log into your account. So it's like double locking your account before you go to bed. 3 is monitor your account. Keep an eye on your bank statements, your credit reports, online accounts for anything fishy. It's better safe than sorry. 4, Be careful what you share online. Oversharing on social media is a big no-no, because the less personal information you put out there, the less cyber criminals have to work with. Okay. Number 5 is you need to consider identity theft protection services. Like, this can actually help monitor the dark web for your personal information and alert you if anyone is actually being found. So there you have it, besties. The dark web might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's very real and can affect you in more ways than you can imagine. Right? It's the dark corner of the internet that most of us will thankfully never need or visit. But understanding it can also help you stay safe in this ever-growing digital world, right? So if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit the subscribe button for more adventures in the world of the internet. See you next time.